Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lucio, your host for tonight, and welcome to Comedy Essential, the who's and what's of Shakespearean plays. Tonight's episode is Ladies' Night, where we will be featuring two Shakespearean ladies, the saintly Isabella from Measure to Measure and the rambunctious Katharina from Taming of the Shrew. We will discover all the secrets that lie within these two ladies' lives and what roles they serve as women. First up, we have Isabella. Isabella, it is so great to have you here. Tell us a little about yourself, please.
Hello, Lucio. Thank you for having me. I am the sister of Claudio and the fiancée of Duke Vincentio. My life contains quite some intriguing moments, such as almost devoting my soul to a convent, fighting for my brother's life, and almost sleeping with the former deputy of the town, Angelo.
Wow, that seems like a strenuous time in your life. If I heard you correctly, did you say fiancé? Were you not in the process of becoming a nun?
Yes, I recently was pursuing my aspiration of becoming a nun in a strict convent. Yet love has redirected my fate. Vince has stolen my heart with his heroic actions of saving my brother from a tragic fate. I feel that my life is indebted to him.
I understand, but you seem to be so devoted to the Lord, and if I may recall, you were trying to make the rules even stricter in the convent. You said here, I speak not as desiring more, but rather wishing a more strict restraint upon the sisterhood, the votaress of St. Clare. I am just confused as to how someone of such devotion to their faith shift their mindset so quickly.
Well, God has always been very important to me and still has a strong defect on my soul. Yes, I did once stick to rules because faith and pureness was the most important thing to me. Although my virtues still stand, my heart lies in Vince's hands.
Okay, well, the audience is very intrigued by you and Claudio's relationship. Can you explain the bond you have with your brother now after what he has asked of you?
Claudio, he's all I have. Family means the world to me, and no matter what they ask of you, you're supposed to be there for them.
Even if what they did you do not agree with?
Yes, because although I was ashamed of his mistake, and I felt that his sin deserved some consequences, I did not believe his soul deserved to be damned due to it.
But you did put up a fight when he asked you to help, did you not?
I did put up a fight when he asked, but Vince saved the day by taking action with his brilliant plan.
What if Vince had not approached you with this plan? Would you have slept with Angelo?
To give up my virtue would be a lot to ask. So let's just say I'm lucky that Vincentio approached me.
Okay, Isabella, we have one more question for you. Let's move away from the dark stuff. End this off with a good note. What are your goals now for the future?
Well, I want to travel the world with Vince, yet also be able to implicate my life lessons on the surrounding youth so that they understand that life is not to be lived in such a difficult manner. You can have a strong faith, yet also be allowed to love the person you choose as I have. Overall, I would try to live the purest life possible, even though it would not be in the walls of a convent.
Thank you, Isabella. It was a pleasure having you here, and I'm sure the audience was thrilled as well. After our short break, we will bring in Katharina, so stay tuned. All right, we are back to Ladies' Night here on Comedy Essential, the who's and what's of Shakespearean plays. With us now is the beautiful Katharina Minola from Taming of the Shrew. How are you doing today, Katharina?
Well, Lucio. I'm surprised to have received your invite to the show, but I'm thrilled to grace your presence, and I'm going by Kate now for your information.
Haha, you have quite a sense of humor, Kate. But enough jokes. Let's get down to the more important subject of matter. First, why don't you introduce yourself?
As you all know, I am the wife of Petruchio and sister of the perfect Bianca. Former shrew has transformed into a tamed maiden. I was very hesitant to agree to marriage, but Petruchio learned to deflect my mannerless attitude towards him and turned into soft love that paved its way to his heart.
My, oh my, you two are quite the lovebirds. Well, Kate, Why were you so hesitant towards marriage? What created this rage to grow inside you towards these men who merely wanted to take care of you?
Honestly, it was due to my father and how he portrayed me to others. He believed that Bianca was the little perfect angel of a daughter and that I was devilish. Firstly, father always treated me like this monster who destroyed everything in her path. I did not always behave in this way, but they never wanted to understand my perspective or why I was saying no to the deals he wanted to make with other men. I'm not a piece of meat that deserves to be traded for money or land or power. He stated, if either you both love Katharina, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure. He felt that it was okay to just give me away like I am worthless to him in his life. I am also not like the other women in this society who are obedient and have no free will to express how they feel. They pretend to be shy and only want to please everyone around them, but it doesn't matter if their happiness is the cost of it. Not for me, though. I am not willing to sacrifice my happiness for other people who do not care about me but just like to talk.
Well, I can see what you were telling us about not being shy. I admire your boldness, Kate. Not many people, even men, are able to express their personal emotions that clearly. The audience and I were wondering, though, isn't the only reason Petruchio married you was for money?
How dare you make such a claim? I am not sure of what you're referring to, Lucio, and truly feel insulted from that type of question.
Kate, I was merely stating what I have heard. I heard that Petruchio said, and therefore, if thou know, one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, as wealth is burden of my wooing dance. Be she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sibyl, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates' Xanathiph, or a worse. I come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua. Did he not say that? Please tell me if I am wrong.
No, it is not that you are wrong. It is just, he has changed. Yes, he said that, but he sees more in me now than just wealth, which shows that is not the main reason he is with me.
So you were saying you are okay with him being with you, even if it is partially for money?
My money is his money, and his is mine because we are husband and wife, and we love each other. He does not hold back from me from giving, and nor do I. Does that answer all your curiosities as to why my husband is with me?
Yes. My curiosities are satisfied. We're also wondering, Kate, what are your goals now after your marriage to Petruchio? Is he going to allow you to stay as free-willed as you used to be?
Well, I am here and he isn't. Is that not correct? Petruchio trusts me to not run off on him because he truly takes good care of me as I do for him. We both balance each other's lives. Yes, in the beginning he was very demanding and controlling, but that was just to show me how it feels when someone does not allow you to talk or treats you poorly. I began to understand my behavior was wrong because not everyone around me, especially Petruchio, were out to get me. And to answer your question about my lifelong goals, I as well want to travel, as Isabella stated. I was cooped up in the house with my father and sister for way too long, and a little change in scenery will be pleasant.
We have one last question for you, Kate. Many people feel that at the end of your tale, you adapt this dutiful role as a wife and lose some of your feminine fire. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I understand that I stated this long speech towards the end of my tale, which could lead them to believe I do not care about women as much as I did before I was married. But before marriage, I was young and wanted to speak my mind and be heard. I wanted to be loved properly, but when I was receiving that love, I retreated because it was unfamiliar to me to feel these certain emotions. However, I was able to adapt after some time and want women to understand that they can stand strong, yet allow themselves to be taken care of by someone else as well. And although it seems like Petruchio has tamed me, I feel that I have tamed him in some ways as well.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Catherine Manola. Thank you so much, Kate, for gracing us with your presence. We truly loved being able to have this one-on-one with you. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a fantastic night. Please stay tuned for next week's podcast with the cast of The Tempest and a one-on-one with Henry V. This was Ladies' Night. I am your host, Lucio, from Comedy Essential. Good night, Shakespeareans.